Martin shoveling a pass back here to Stevens, tries the corner, nothing there. He is dumped for no gain. Hollingshead, widening out from his middle linebacking position, gets into the crack and is there to make the tackle as Tennessee goes wide with Stevens, who has good quickness, but that time, great pursuit from the inside.
Yeah, Georgia's got good quickness too, John. Got a pretty good corner. Almost had a good block there at the corner, but took everything. No lead block out in front of him, and good pursuit by Georgia. He had no place to go.
And so for Tennessee, second down, a little more than 10. A slight loss on the play. And so the Volunteers will go into a shotgun with 3 receivers to the right side. 5-man front. Here's Martin. Pass pulled down here behind the line, trying to get to the corner. Unable to do so at Fearless Fight, as he is going to be dumped for a loss back to the 24-yard line by Dustin Lucky. Tennessee overloaded to the right, came with just a quick flip out into the flat. And Price was hoping that some of the other receivers would be able to give him a corridor, but there was none there because of the quickness of Lucky. And so Tennessee, which had it first down and 10 just outside the 20, now has it third down and 13 yards to go. So this time the Vols will skip 3 receivers to the left. Up under the center is Martin. Single receiver to the right will be Price, defended by Bailey. Man in motion from the left back to the interior as Martin fakes to throw, slips, looks, will run to the left side. He's got running room. He's at the 25 to the 20, to the 15 to the 10. This is T. Martin out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Kirby Smart finally was able to shut him out just before the fleet Martin could turn the corner and dash on in for 6. At adaptation, T. Martin.
Yeah, good job there, John. Really couldn't find anybody open. They had good coverage down there. Pretty good pressure coming in on him, but the left side of the Georgia defense just kind of collapsing all the pursuit over the other side. He saw that, pulled it down, big gain.
17 yards on the play by T. Martin. Tennessee first down and goal just inside the 7-yard line. Travis Stevens, the tailback in the eye, with 2 tight ends of the game. And this will be Travis Stevens at 185 pounds, crashing over right guard. Lucky is there with the tackle, along with Straub, the sophomore from Barney, GA. They unstack the adversaries, and the ball is going to be spotted near the 5-yard line. A gain of 1.5 yards on the play. As Tennessee and Georgia are locked 0-0, the Georgia 42-yard line. Martin rolling to the near side, looking to throw into the end zone. It is overthrown, incomplete intended for Jermaine Copeland. Copeland was defended, had half a chance of getting to the ball, but it was slightly overthrown. Jeff Harris was defending along the baseline, and so Tennessee, which had it first down and goal at the 7-yard line, now has it third and goal just inside the 6. Still a very, well, to me, moving, I guess. Well, I know it's moving. I can't react to those things that well from the University of Georgia and Coach Stewart.
That certainly was very nice of him, John, yes.
So, here's Tennessee. It will be for the Volunteers third down. Goal to go on a scoreless game. Sean Bryson is the single running back. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. T. Martin is changing the play at the line. Now goes into a shotgun. Waiting for the snap, there it is. But before the snap is made, a whistle sounds, and it could be that Tennessee's going to be guilty of a delay of game. We'll wait and see, as Sean Bryson, we mentioned, was going to float out to the right. Could have been a possible receiver, but as it is, let's see the call.
Dead ball foul. Delay of game on the offense.
And so, Bill, maybe not all bad. More room for the receivers to work as the 5-yard penalty brings it back to the 10.
Well, yeah, a little more room in there, John, but of course this is a shot in it. Doesn't hurt their angle. That's a field goal if they don't make it. But they've pulled the trigger and pulling out all those stops here.
So here's Martin out of the shotgun. Again, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Martin is going to run up the center as he tries to circle to the outside and goes nowhere. It appeared to be a called quarterback draw up the middle. But Georgia reacts primarily Antonio Cochran, who is there to make the tackle. And so Tennessee, which had it first and goal inside the 7, faced with 4th down, and into the football game for the Volunteers will come Jeff Hall. On the year, he is 5 of 7 in field goal tries. His career total, 47 of 72. Gregory will snap. Scott will hold. There is no score in this game. Tennessee and Georgia at Sanford Stadium. As Jeff Hall will attempt this, it will be a 27 yards. The kick by Hall is in the air. The kick by Jeff Hall is good. Jeff Hall He will drive this one again 8 yards deep into the end zone. And so as Bailey makes the reception, it will be Georgia on offense at its 20-yard line. Off there too, Ronnie Bradley, and he is met and dumped for a loss back to the 15-yard line by Sean Ellis, this week's SEC Defensive Player of the Week.
Big Ellis having another good one here, looks like, John. He was in there 3 yards in the backfield, too. He hit the man as soon as he got the ball, the handoff.
It's a loss of 5 yards back to the 15, and so for Georgia, trailing 3-0, it will be second down and 15 yards to go. Tennessee has Ellis, Corey Terry in the front four. Into the shotgun with the dangerous Quincy Carter. Back there to receive the snap. He makes an adjustment in the alignment. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Tennessee reacts as well. Carter rolls right, wants to run, instead throws the ball upfield, and it is incomplete. It was a skittering pass intended for the spinning Parker. That's a little pressure. Pass upfield is pulled down there by that tight end we mentioned, Larry Brown. And Brown, who was as a sprint receiver to the left side, covered nicely by the linebackers West Borland and Wilson. The pass, though complete, is good for 5 yards. And here it is, 4th down and 10 Georgia.
Yeah, they have a little bit of kicking room this time, though, John, but a good series again by the Tennessee defense. They've shut this offensive Georgia down so far.
Back into the game to punt will be the freshman Kopp, and deep for Tennessee, the freshman Parker. Tennessee leads 3-0 over Georgia. Battle of unbeaten teams at Sanford Stadium on a gorgeous October afternoon. Kopp gets the punt away. It's not a good punt. It is angling for the near side, takes the skip. Tennessee bangs away from it, and it gets a brilliant roll. The ball, which was squibbed by the left footer off to the left, initially came down at about the Georgia 40. And Parker, seeing it well covered, backed away, and it skips all the way down inside Tennessee's 40 to the Henry to the near side. Penalty marker is dropped as Henry is dumped at the line with no gain. Widening out to cover and make the tackle nicely, Orantis Grant, as Henry, who comes into the game with 14 carries and 84 yards, averaging 6, is stopped. There's a penalty marker, as we mentioned, down on the play. Holding Tennessee. So Georgia has the option. It will become first down and 20 if indeed the Bulldogs take the penalty, which I assume they will, and that's the situation. And so Tennessee.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
So it's first down and 20 back at the Tennessee 27-yard line. Vols lead 3-0. Georgia again defending with 4 down linemen. Now they adjust, sending a defensive end to the weak side, and another linebacker takes the position against the tight end. This will be handoff to Travis Henry. Up the middle, nothing. Spinning and fighting, but there's nothing there. And he's met first by Grant again, who comes into the game with 33 tackles on the year, second only to the middle linebacker Hollingshead. He drops. Pressure, sets up a screen, pulled down behind the line to the 25, to the 30. This will be Sean Bryson, who battles his way outside the 30-yard line, but keep in mind Tennessee needs to get it up to the 48-yard line. Martin across the middle, pass pulled down at the 35, fighting to the 37-yard line. This will be Cedric Wilson, who was sliding inside to the far side of Copeland, and he is able to get the ball for a sizable gain, but keep in mind Tennessee needed 27 for the first. Kirby Smart made the tackle on Cedric Wilson, who has picked off his second reception of the football game. This one good for 16. Earlier, he had one that was good for 12, Bill. So it will be Tennessee third down, still 11 yards to go.
Good route, 11 yards, all they can pick that up. Got a third down. There was just a deep turn in, soft play by the defensive secondary of Georgia. Big hole.
Tennessee, 2 receivers to the right, 2 into the boundary left, the ball on the left hash mark, and Martin checks off as Sean Bryson is the sole running back. Here comes the blitz on Martin. Steps in there, steps out, could run, will. He comes to the outside, fights his way to the 40, and is horse-collared down as he gets up to the 42-yard line. I think I might have seen a marker fly. I'm not sure. We're screened from along the near side by the Georgia players. Kirby Smart is the man who catches and makes the tackle on T. Martin. It was short of the first down. It's going to be holding Tennessee.
Holding. Give me initial indication against Tennessee.
So Tennessee got the ball. Let's line it up along the near side to the 46-yard line. That will be 2 yards short of the first down. A third infraction against the Volunteers in this possession.
The penalty is declined.
And this time it is declined. And so on fourth down, Georgia wants the football rather than giving Tennessee another opportunity. And so Tennessee, which leads 3-0 with 4:52 to go in the first quarter, will enter Leverton to punt. Seat is Greer. 10 men to rush. They're coming after it. Leverton standing at his 29-yard line. Snap. Here they come. The punt away by Leverton. High wobbly kick. Backing up under the ball at the 14-yard line. This will be Greer, and he makes it back on a quick cut to the 20, and then as goes here to Arnott, coming to the near side. Oh, what quickness from the inside by Tennessee's Deion Grant, the safety who just comes like lightning over to make the stop.
Great stop. Good coverage there. And I think there's another player down now.
As rolling out there, Carter looking to throw, being chased from the backside. Sacked. Al Wilson. He kept looking, and Bill, that has to be a secondary sack because they had everybody covered.
They really did. They did a good job down there, and it was a little bit. They had a man open early. He couldn't get it to him, and after that, they picked everything up and got hit from the backside.
And the loss of yardage is all the way back just outside the 31-yard line, and Georgia needs to get the ball outside its 47. 16 and a bit. With Tennessee leading 3-0 and 3:28 to go in the first quarter of the game. Wide to the left side comes that big tight end Larry Brown, sliding inside of him to the near side. As back to throw will be Carter, and just as play gets in motion, penalty flags fly. Georgia has been quite effective in its use of tight ends. Larry Brown, who is an outstanding basketball player as well. Here's the infraction. It will be, I think, against Georgia.
Foul. Won't start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Back on 5 more yards. Back to throw. Steps up, being pursued. Long pass downfield. Man is there. It is going to be complete all the way down to the Tennessee 15-yard line to Tony Small. As Carter rolls out to the right side and just unleashes a long pass. He released that one in the vicinity of his 20-yard line. A third snap goes back to throw, long pass downfield. Man is there. The pass is incomplete. It was intended for the tight end, Jermaine Wiggins, but Tennessee comes over defending this time with Deion Grant, who's returned to the game. So the pass goes incomplete.
Oh, he had that play, too. He's very upset with himself, John. He played that perfectly. Carter just kind of hung that one up for grabs and hoping to lay it over everybody's head. Grant made a great move, had the ball in his hands, but couldn't hold on.
And so it's got to be second down and 10 yards to go for Georgia, trailing 3-0 at the Tennessee 30-yard line. Into the game with the play comes Gary. And wide to the left side comes Champ Bailey. They've got 4 receivers to the wide side of the field left. Tennessee reacting. A lot of people are coming after the quarterback who throws the ball deep downfield and sending it there for Champ Bailey. Incomplete. Well played defensively by Dwayne Goodrich. A step for step. And the pass for Bailey is incomplete at the 5-yard line.
That was good coverage. He had him all the way down. Bailey's complaining a little bit to the official, but he had his body in great position and didn't give Bailey any room to get back inside. In fact, he had him walking the chalk line down through there.
Third down 10 for Georgia. Tennessee leads 3-0. In with the play comes Phillips. As Georgia going through the air with Quincy Carter, who to this point of the football game is 2 of 8 for 63, 58 of those on one pass play. Into the shotgun goes Georgia. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Tennessee ready to come after him. This will be Carter, who fakes, started to throw, then decides to run. He shouldn't have. He is stumped for a loss of a yard by the converging Jeff Coleman and Corey Terry. Ball back to the 31, add 8, that's 37. Add 7, that's 38. It'll be a 48-yard field goal try by Hap Hines. His longest this year is 31 yards. Holding, probably Carter. That will be Carter to hold, and Davis will snap. Spot the ball closer to the 39-yard line. A 49-yard try. Tennessee leads 3-0. Here's the kick by Hap Hines in the air, coming downfield, and the kick by Hap Hines is good, and the game is tied. Outstanding play by Hap Hines. It's going to be a squibber. Takes a bounce and goes out of bounds. And Tennessee will get good field position out to the 35-yard line with the out-of-bounds kick. Georgia defending with Stroud, Miller, Seymour, and Robich. And that front 4. Tennessee back on offense. Georgia won last in 1988, 28-17 in Athens. Tennessee then won 17-14, 34-31, 38-6, 41-23, 30-27, 29-17 last year, 38-13. 7 straight triumphs for the Volunteers. Tennessee on offense, ball on the right hash mark as it went out of bounds on the right side of the football field. And Tennessee has Travis Henry back at a tailback with the fullback Sean Bryson. Flankers left and right, Price into the boundary right. 5 men front, hand off. This is Travis Henry, who comes blasting over right guard, starting at the 35, ending up just shy of the 39-yard line. In the grasp of Orantis Grant, who must have made 6 tackles already in this football game. Hand off again. This will be Travis Henry, and Henry gets a little swath through the left side of the line and crashes past the 40, battles his way maybe to the 43, where Hollingshead is there to make the tackle. 2 yards shy as Travis Henry slashes Bill for 8 yards and 2 carries.
He hadn't been able to get much running room in there, John, as far as a hole is concerned, but the offensive line is getting a pretty good surge coming off the ball, and he's been able to pick up plus yardage almost every time.
The score is tied at 3, Tennessee and Georgia. And this time the Volunteers come with a single running back, he being Henry, 3 receivers to the right side against the 4-man front. Could be Henry on a run. Here's a man in motion to the interior, Price. And back looking for Price, this will be Barton. Pass upfield is incomplete, overthrown to Cedric Wilson, who had topped 3 at the 47-yard line of Georgia, but Martin is just a little too high and ripped it a bit too crisply for the catch to be made. 3rd down becomes 4th and 2 yards to go. Bailey was defending on the play. Now Bailey will drift back to receive the punt from Leverton, who stands at his 30-yard line. Teams tied with 21 seconds to go in the first quarter, 3-3. Leverton waits for the snap. There it is. Here they come. The punt is away. It's high. Backing up all the way to his 11-yard line, Champ Bailey. Looks for running room, gets outside, back to the 15, to the 20, moves outside the 20, so lightning quick as he darts past the 25-yard line, roughly to the 26, where Edmonds is there to make the tackle. So Georgia, after a 47-yard punt, has returned 14 yards, goes on offense once again. The give goes to Gary, and Gary tries the middle, breaks one tackle as he saunters past the 25 and just turns it out to the 29-yard line. Great effort by the senior from Washington, D.C., a transfer from Marshall College, or Marshall University, I should say, which, of course, was the place where Jim Donnan was the head coach prior to coming here to Georgia. As the first quarter comes to a close. The throw, looks long pass upfield. The man is there, but it is incomplete, overthrown out of bounds. Intended again for Small, who earlier made a 57-yard reception. This time better defended by Goodrich, and the pass was a little too high, a little too long.
Yeah, that one was out of bounds. Nobody could get to that one. Pretty good pressure up the middle on the quarterback and good coverage downfield.
So Georgia, 3rd down and, 15 yards at least to go. And into the game comes Larry Brown, always a target. As we mentioned, 10 receptions for 100 yards for the senior. And he's in as a receiver, plays both as a tight end and as a wide receiver this time. He is aligned as a tight end to the right side. Back to the shotgun. This will be Quincy Carter. Tennessee may be coming after him with a blitz. Here they come too quickly indeed. Back to throw. Carter across the middle, pulled down there by Brown. And Brown then is pulled down on the backside after picking up right at 7 or 8 yards by Tennessee. This will be back to throw Quincy Carter. He's being chased. He breaks one tackle. He breaks another tackle, but not the third. And as Tennessee came with an all-out blitz, ending up making the pursuit and tackle with Sean Ellis, as Tennessee really came with a shot up the middle, and somebody had a shot at him on 3rd down, and he was able to escape that, but not near picking up any yardage for the 1st down. It's 4th down and 11, Bill.
He got by the first wave there. John looked like he might get out of there, but then the second and then 3rd wave brought him to the ground.
So here's 4th down, and in the punt will be Kopp, and deep for Tennessee is Parker standing back at his 40. 3-3 the score. Punt is away. Wobbly kick. Parker up under it. Makes the catch. Looks to the near side. Breaks one tackle. Tries to get to the corner. Slides back inside. Noses it down as he made the catch in the vicinity of the Tennessee 45 and ends up with that dive out to the 48. So a 34-yard punt is returned 4 yards, and Tennessee will go on offense in a 3-3 game. Steps to the right side and is sacked. Fumbles the football, and it has been recovered there by Georgia. Change that, Tennessee. For a moment, Georgia had it, and they are absolutely irate. But somehow Tennessee's Spencer Riley was able to wrestle the ball away as T. Martin out of the shotgun kept giving ground. He was hit. The ball popped free. Georgia had 3 players there, and miraculously, Bill, Spencer Riley ends up with the football.
Oh, that was huge for Tennessee's part, that recovery. Have to give it up way down there deep in their own territory. He was up the team and couldn't find anybody open. He was only 2 or 3 steps off the line of scrimmage, and they were after him before he could do anything with it.
A big, big loss all the way back to the 31-yard line of Tennessee. On the draw, handoff goes to Travis Stevens, breaks 1 tackle, then is swept down. Change that, Sean Bryson is swept down as he moves it out to the 36-yard line by Bryson, a good pass receiver. This will be Martin back to throw across the middle. Game pursued. There's the pass. It's going to be intercepted by Georgia as he threw it right into the hands of Georgia's defender downfield. In this case, it was Wanning who makes the reception. Wansley who makes the interception. And the middle pass is complete as Carter goes, as Tennessee struggling to strip the ball away from Small, who makes the catch for a small gain, maybe 3 yards, as Dwayne Goodrich was the first man there to make the stop on him. They'll align progress at the 39, so it's a gain of 4. And with the score tied 3-3 and 11:07 to go in the first half, it will be second down. 3-3 the score. Tennessee scored first. Georgia then tied with a field goal. On the near side, this will be Carter. Pass upfield is going to be complete, and a fine catch again. This is Tony Small, who makes the catch in Tennessee territory at the 46-yard line. Derek Edmonds was defending well, but just a perfect cut to the near sideline by Small, who now has 16 catches on the year, and that was a key play to keep this drive moving.
Well, he just flooded the zone over here to the right, wide side of the field with that play, and they put 3 receivers, went out in there, and he had the man open in the open zone.
So here's first down. Georgia moving to the Tennessee 46-yard line on the right hash mark. 2 flankers to the left or wide side. In the shotgun, this will be Carter making a pitch out here. The catch is made here of the pitch by Arnaud, and Arnaud is blasted as soon as he makes the reception by Raynock Thompson. Maybe got a yard on the play, not quite that much, so we're going to call it second down, a short 10. As basically, Georgia, Bill, by my calculation, running out of the shotgun maybe 65% of the time.
Yeah, they're back there a good bit trying to give Carter an opportunity to throw the ball. And but they've come with the run and as well as the pass. I think maybe trying to throw the ball a little bit more than normal. And Tennessee so far has been able to play it quite well.
Here it will be second down, as we said. Still in the shotgun. Tennessee feinting the blitz. Here they come after Carter. Carter across the middle. Pass is complete. Penalty markers are thrown. As the pass is complete to Tony Small again. Defended and tackled by Derek Edmonds as he moves inside Tennessee's 40 and is tackled at the 35, which would be enough for the first down. This is Carter. Carter pumps, looks, gives ground. Being chased to the far side. So lightning quick. He is sacked. And was he blasted? It was Corey Terry ends up as Tennessee had a lot of people protecting against 4 potential receivers, 2 of whom had gone deep into the end zone, one of those 2 being the aforementioned Bailey. As it is, there's a sack on the play, and the loss is of 6 yards, moving it from the 30 back to the 36, and it becomes at that point second down and 16.
Big Al Wilson had the first pressure on John coming in there. In fact, he hit him and knocked him out. Carter was too busy, I think, to look downfield. He had those white shirts coming at him.
So here it is, second down. Tennessee 3, Georgia 3. The game is tied, and 8:51 remain in the first half of the game. Now back to the shotgun. Will be Quincy Carter, the freshman. 2 receivers to the right. The tight end on the near side is Brown. Brown is protecting. Back to throw Carter. Pass across the middle is complete. Pulled down here by Parker. Parker makes the catch at the 32-yard line of Tennessee. Spins inside the 30 to the 28 in the grasp of Eric Westmoreland. So there's a gain on the play. Keep in mind there was a loss of 6 on the sack. It's third down upcoming, and it's going to be right at 8 yards to go. So it's going to be 3-3 the score. And if you're looking ahead, hoping if you're a Tennessee fan, the Volunteers can stop this play, The ball is resting now at the 28-yard line. It would be a 46-yard field goal try already. Hap Hines has made one of 49 yards in length. Here it is, third down, 8 yards to go. Out of the shotgun, Tennessee shifting on defense. This will be Carter back to throw, being pursued. Carter giving ground, throws the ball, and it is complete as he's being knocked down. The catch is made here at the 35, down to the 30, on to the 25, and the tackle is made short of the first down at the 22-yard line. The tackle of Orlando's Gary, who by far was a safety valve receiver. He was knocked down by Eric Westmoreland and Billy Ratliff, and it will be fourth down upcoming, and as they align the ball, it's going to be 2 yards short of the first. And into the ball game will come number 41, Hap Hines. That time, Tennessee almost got him sacked, fell about 8 or 9 yards deep, and he was able, as he was falling, just to flip the ball to Gary.
Yeah, that was a second choice for sure.
And so here's the field goal try from the right hash mark as Hines hits this one end over ending its way downfield. And this field goal attempt is no good. No good. Tennessee will get the ball at the 22-yard line. A break for your Vol Network station with time out the score. Tennessee 3, Georgia 3. Pitch will go to Stevens trying to get to the corner. Swings outside and is able to gain about 3 yards when he skips out of bounds. Actually 2 from the 22 to the 24, running out of real estate on the far side. Chased out by Kirby Smart, the senior from Bainbridge, Georgia. Tennessee tries to go right, had a blocker there, but the excellent pursuit inside of Lucky and Witherspoon strung it out. And finally coming up was the safety, Smart, to make the tackle. Second down, 8, Tennessee, closer to 9 actually, as the ball is at the 23.5-yard line, staying in the I formation. Quarterback Martin, he's been intercepted twice. To give this time to Travis Stevens. Fake by Martin. Martin keeps the ball on a beautiful fake, comes to the outside, gets up to the 25, to the 30, and steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Finlayson was the man who gave him a block as I was following him, Stevens into the right side, and suddenly twirling out to the left, here comes Tennessee's T. Martin, and Martin picks up yardage, not quite enough for the first down. It'll be third down, Bill, and about 1.5 yards to go.
Yeah, look, first part of that play, he had a man open there in the flat, but I guess he thought better of it and do better just running it. Almost got the first down.
33 the score. Tennessee third down, a good yard to go for the first. Receivers left and right. Georgia brings a lot of people up anticipating the run. And man in motion is Copeland. The give will go to Stevens up the middle, breaks it. This is Stevens to the near side. He's got the ball at the 35. He's to the 40. He's mad at himself for not eluding the man who made the tackle, who in this case was Davis. Had he been able to make just a little quick dart to the outside, he had clear sailing. As it is, it's a first down by the darting and quick-stepping Clarksville sophomore.
He is not happy with himself, John, and that would have been a big play if he could have got by that last man. Looked like he stumbled just a little bit before he tried to make that cut.
As it is, first down, Tennessee at the 42-yard line. Back into the I formation, 6 carries, 27 yards for Stevens. Man in motion again, Copeland from left to right. This is Martin faking to Stevens on play action across the middle. The pass is deflected by the on-rushing linebacker, Boss Bailey, who was coming on a blitz.
He did a good job of covering the receivers. Nobody much really to throw to there.
I knew he would. Back about 6 yards deep. As Martin looks it over, hands the ball off. This is Stevens. Stutter stepping right. They try to strip the ball away from him. Unable to do so as Stevens is able to gain maybe air out on the play. And then Hollingshead is there to make the tackle on him. Tennessee floods the wide side of the field left with 3 receivers. Stevens, the sole running back against the 4-man front. In motion is Price to the interior. Martin back to throw, looking, waiting. Pass across the middle, complete. Pulled down by Cedric Wilson, who breaks the tackle at the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25. He is twisted down as he makes it all the way to the 22-yard line. Cedric Wilson caught and finally ripped down by Corey Robinson, but he eluded 2 would-be assailants and keeps the play alive as Tennessee going across the middle on the pass from Martin to Wilson. Good for the first down, and Tennessee has the ball in Georgia territory.
And all that on just a simple turn in, a deep turn in the zone area there, and Martin was able to get the ball to him. John, I think if he had made the cut back to the inside instead of trying to go outside, he might have gone all the way with it.
As it is, 32 yards on the pass play. Tennessee first down, now adjusting its offensive set in Georgia territory at the 22-yard line. Tailback is Travis Stevens against the 4-man Georgia front. This is Stevens. Starts up the middle, cuts back to the right, and is nailed for no gain. trying the right side, and Grant again is the man primarily responsible for the tackle. 3-3 the score, 4-4-4 to go in the first half of the game. Tennessee scored first. Georgia came back with a 49-yard field goal to tie. And Georgia then missed a field goal of shorter length moments ago. And from that point, Tennessee has marched downfield now from the Volunteer 22 to the Georgia 22 in the defense and changes the play. Martin back to throw. Martin being pursued. Martin will run. He will be dumped. So he is thrown for a loss of about a yard on the play. Again, it's Cochran there to make the tackle. T. Martin carrying the ball, looking for somebody to whom to throw the ball, but no chance there, Bill.
Boy, big 98 for Georgia, just right up the middle. He's right in Martin's face, beating the Tennessee center or guard, whoever's supposed to take him in there. Didn't look like anybody hardly even touched him.
That was Josh Millard, who has this year already 6 sacks. Quickness, not great size in the middle at 240, but he is very, very quick. So Tennessee now third down, 11 yards to go. Score tied 3-3. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Millard is on the center. Here he comes after Martin. Back to throw. Martin being pursued. Will step. Will skip to the right side. Throws across the middle. Should have been intercepted. Incomplete. Well, Champ Bailey and Kirby Smart, 2 veteran defenders, made a break on the ball that was intended for Jermaine Copeland, and neither could make the catch, and so Tennessee will insert Jeff Hall on 4th down. And let's see, the ball is, we're going to spot it at the 23. It's going to be back out there to the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal try in a 3-3 game by Jeff Hall. Gregory snapping, Scott holding. Ball equidistant between the side bounds. The score is tied 3-3. Jeff Hall kicking toward the field of the goalpost to your left. The kick is up by Jeff Hall. Tennessee fans will tell you whether it's good or not. They're standing with arms upraised. It is good. Tennessee leads 6-3. A break for your station. We'll be back at Sanford Stadium. It will be backing up and making the catch, then fumbling at the goal line. The ball goes dancing out of bounds along the far sideline. And Georgia, after Arnaud made the catch, had it skip off his knee, chased it down just before Tennessee got there with somebody flying. It's out of bounds, and Georgia is deep at its 8-yard line after the mishandled kickoff.
Good coverage, John. Of course, the kickoff was just mishandled down there. Looked like that's the first one they've had a chance to bring out of there, and they couldn't hold on to it.
And so Georgia, which earlier had a difficulty with field position, poor field position early in the football game following a Georgia fumble at its 18. They intercepted a Tennessee pass, but then had to punt for the end zone. Tennessee got its first 3 as a result. Now Georgia puts the ball in play at its 8-yard line. Up under the center is Quincy Carter. He's been intercepted 1 time this year. Tennessee with 4 men to rush. Flankers left and right. Carter hands off to the tailback, breaking up the middle. This is Gary. Gary has running room. This is Gary who has the ball out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. He is tackled as he gets to the 33-yard line by Ramsor. Carter hands the ball off to Gary. Gary this time pops over left guard, and he moves from the 34 to the 36-yard line. Al Wilson back in at middle linebacker there, makes the tackle on him. Throwing across the middle, and it is incomplete. Tennessee was coming out with the blitz, and Carter suspected that, just stood and ripped the ball out there to a slanting Champ Bailey, underthrown, and it will be 3rd down upcoming. The score remains 6-3 now inside 2 minutes, down to 151. And Georgia will have it 3rd down and 8. Into the game returns Gary. Out comes the tight end, in this case, Larry Brown. Score 6-3 Tennessee. Ball at the Georgia 36-yard line. 3rd down, and let's see if Georgia does, and in fact, it will go into the shotgun. Bailey wide to the right side, a man slotting inside of him as well, as Tennessee again rotating on defense. Back to throw. This will be quarterback Carter, who is slung down, and just as he is, the pass is intended for Parker far across the way. It was Darwin Walker who was getting pressure and swinging down Carter as the pass was released. And then a penalty flag is dropped at that point, and here comes the call.
Grounding.
Well, intentional grounding, Bill.
That's a good call. They had him. He was down, and I'm sure the whistle's blown it. He just let it fly out of bounds. It was a good try on his part, but I think the official made the right call.
And so here's the penalty, and loss of down as well. 1:43 to go. And Kopp on fourth down will come in as the penalty has brought the ball back to the Georgia 23-yard line. Fourth down, deep for Tennessee, Eric Parker, number 80 for the Volunteers, who lead in the game 6-3 inside 2 minutes. Snap, punt is away by Kopp. Chasing it down will be Parker. He sees it bounce, and once again, it's going to be a sensational Georgia bounce and roll. The ball came down just about the 50-yard line, and very alertly and intelligently, Parker skipped away from the bounding football, and it rolls all the way down to the Tennessee 34-yard line. The lay goes to Stevens, standing up the middle, skips past one man. He has the football to the 35. He's at the 40. Still battling on his feet past the 40 to the 42 or 3-yard line, where he's wrapped up and dropped by Larry Mann. Stevens refused to stop, kept churning and fighting, and Tennessee will line up without a huddle. And he has given Tennessee a gain on the play of close to 9 yards. We're going to call it second down, a good yard to go, as Tennessee comes to the line with the clock counting. And the Volunteers have Martin throwing the ball, pulled down and skipping out of bounds to stop the clock is Sean Bryson after picking up first down yardage. So Martin, just on the 2-minute drill, flips it out there to Sean Bryson, making his 7th catch of the year. And Tennessee, leading 6-3, has moved outside its 45-yard line. Georgia reacting defensively as Tennessee breaks the huddle coming to the line. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Running back remains Travis Stevens, with Bryson basically a wingback offset right. Martin stumbles and falls, and he comes out of there with the football and holds on to possession as he trips down at the Tennessee 40-yard line. And so it will be for Tennessee a loss on the play, and the Volunteers may burn a timeout right here. Throws the ball across the middle to Bryson again, and Bryson catch for a gain of 2 or 3 yards. Clock continues to run, and Tennessee now may burn its final timeout. Time affected by Richard Seymour. And so, with 1 timeout and 37 seconds to go, and it's second down at about 7. Back to throw Martin. Martin looking, pass downfield, complete. Pulled down at the 35-yard line of Georgia by Peerless Price. The clock is stopped with the marking of the first down as Kirby Smart makes the tackle on him. 52 yards would be the field goal at this point. 24 seconds to go, and Tennessee has a timeout left, needing probably at least 10 yards. Up under the center, Martin spikes the ball to stop the clock and reassess the situation. 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Ball Network.
This is Broadcast.com.
Sanford Stadium, this is John Ward and Bill Anderson as Tennessee leads 6-3, battling the clock and the Georgia defense, and Tennessee will have the ball at the Georgia 35-yard line. 21 seconds to go in the first half of the game. Martin for Tennessee, straight drop, waiting. Pass downfield is complete. Sliding short of the first down was Peerless Place, and Tennessee may need to and does burn its final timeout. It is short of the first down by a yard. It's down. The kick by Hall is in the air. It's high enough. It's long enough. Is it straight enough? It is straight enough. Good! 7 seconds left. Tennessee leads by 6 as Jeff Hall is 3 for 3. What a factor, Jeff Hall from Winchester.
Boy, he's been a factor every week, John, and he's doing a great job. That was a good series by Tennessee to be able to get that ball down there and get to 3 points before halftime.
And so it will be Tennessee kicking off. Georgia radio broadcasts are done by Larry Munson in his 33rd year at Georgia after doing Vanderbilt broadcasts for 16 years, 49 years, and he's still strong and still going.
He's going to go forever.
Absolutely. A wonderful, wonderful person. He's assisted by Scott Howard, Lauren Smith, and Neil Williamson. Well, Tennessee will kick off. And keep in mind that Georgia has excellent return persons back there. Wansley being one of them, and on the near side it will be the ever-dangerous Champ Bailey. So what's the situation here? You make the decision. Tennessee marches 40 yards in 7 plays, a minute 24 to the field goal, leading 9-3. And Hall will be kicking off for the Vols. And will he hit the ball long? Will he bounce it? Will he pooch it? What happens as Tennessee leads by a score of 9-3? 7 seconds left. Here's Hall bouncing a kick downfield. It will be received by Georgia and downed, and then Georgia has a timeout and will use it here at the 28-yard line. 2 seconds after the ball was touched before the timeout is called. And Georgia will have the ball at the 28-yard line. And Georgia may not be going for a play, I'm not sure. Here, yes, into the game comes Quincy Carter. As the clock is wound for the play clock, still 5 seconds left. And Georgia will get Gary in there as a running back. And he will be the sole running back. Wide to the near side comes Small, who has the big catch of the game, as they overload Tennessee to the wide side with 3 receivers, all of them dangerous. And this will be Quincy Carter out of the shotgun. Carter back to throw. Tennessee coming after him. Here's going to be the long pass downfield that is incomplete or intercepted. It is intercepted by Derek Edmonds. And so Carter has thrown his second interception. Didn't really mean that much. He was just going to unload as much as he could. And Tennessee had excellent pass defense back there with the interception ending the first half. We'll take a break at halftime by telling you after one half of this football game, the score, Tennessee 9, Georgia 3.
Motown. And in this game, it's been field goal city. Tennessee scored first on a 27-yard field goal by Jeff Hall with 8:43 to go in the first quarter. It's 3-0. Georgia comes back with 1:55 to go. A 49-yard field goal by Hat Hines. It's 3-3. In the second quarter with 3:16 to go in the first half. This time Tennessee marches 54 yards, 10 plays. Jeff Hall a field goal of 40 yards in length. Then after stopping Georgia, Tennessee efficiently uses the clock marching downfield in a minute 24 for 40 yards. And this time Hall knocks home a field goal of 43 yards. So the Volunteers lead 9-3 at halftime.
You're listening to college football's most complete network coverage.
Bill, coming into this ball game today, everybody said T. Martin had to get things going if Tennessee was to win, and your assessment here in half number one.
Well, the offense hasn't been able to get much going again. They've had a couple of big plays, started to hit a pass or two there in the second quarter, but the defense has just played again outstanding. They have shut Georgia down. Georgia's having the same problem. Tennessee has thrown a couple interceptions, had another one could have very well been picked off, and they've done some things to stop themselves. And Georgia's done a good job defensively, putting a lot of pressure on T. Martin. They've been able to get in there to him and cause him to make some mistakes.
And here comes the kick by Holman. It's high, relatively short, and will bounce downfield and goes out of bounds as Tennessee plays it that way. Travis Stevens went over there, and one of the young backs there, watch her bounce, Bill.
Let her go out of bounds. Great field position. Don't have to take any licks, see?
So Tennessee will put the ball in play on the right hash mark at the 35-yard line. The Vols have gone with Clifton, Hamilton, Riley, Tucker, Coleman in the offensive line. Wide receivers basically Copeland, Price, and Wilson to this point. Now at tight end, Diago is in there. As Travis Stevens is the starting tailback. Change that, Travis Henry is the starting tailback wearing number 20 against the 5-man Georgia front. The give is to Travis Henry, and Henry is wrapped up and thrown down for a loss. Nothing at all as he tries to veer to the left side. And here comes Dick Seymour leading the charge, and progress will result in the loss of 1 yard. At the 34-yard line, it becomes for Tennessee second down and 11. Henry alternating, although Stevens has played more to this point. But Henry is getting a chance to start the second half of the football game. And he comes up -1 in his first attempt. Now 6. This is Martin. Back to throw. Setting up a screen. Pass is pulled down at the 30 to the 35 to the 38-yard line. And wrestled out of bounds at the 38 is Sean Bryson in the grasp of Kirby Smart. Tennessee needs the 45 for the first. There is a penalty marker down on the play, and the indication is an infraction against the Dogs. And that, Bill, a serious mistake by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, as close as this game is, you can't afford to be having foolish mistakes like that. There's no reason for it. It could cost them the ball game. I mean, either side, foolish mistake.
Here's a 15-yard step off, and that will be a first down for Tennessee, moving the ball down to the Georgia 46-yard line. Tennessee will have it first down and 10 at the Georgia 46-yard line. And as Martin moves, somebody
jumps on the Georgia side. Martin moved up from under his position at the quarterback position to adjust 5 yards. Well, the Georgia fans are as disappointed or discouraged or dismayed as the Georgia players. So here's the 5-yard penalty. It resulted from movement on the right side defensively of the Georgia defensive line as Martin stood from up under the center to change the play, and the contact was established, and so Tennessee's got it first down and 5 at the Georgia 41. Opening up the middle, carrying the ball forward, lashing. This is Travis Henry. He's at the 40, he's at the 35, and he bangs it down to the 33-yard line where he's tackled by Grant. It will be first down, Tennessee.
Travis got a pretty good hold on the left side. Just a quick dive straight away, popped it through there, and picked up the first down.
So Tennessee, taking the second half kickoff with the help of penalties against Georgia, has moved into Georgia territory. Ball at the 33-yard line where it will be first down. This is Martin. He's going to run. Keeps the ball to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. He is spun out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The middle just absolutely entirely opened up, and like lightning, here comes T. Martin scampering, scurrying, and dashing downfield. Give Tennessee the ball first and goal at the Georgia 4.
That's the thing that he does best, John. I tell you, if he gets out there, if he's got time to look downfield, when it opens up and he decides to run, he does a good job of it.
A gain of 30 yards on the play by T. Martin, and so Tennessee leading 9-3 has the ball at the Georgia just inside the 4-yard line. Still flankers left and right. Georgia 4-down line with the charge. The linebackers creeping. Handoff this time goes to the tailback, who is Travis Henry, and Henry is slowed at the 5, but somehow twists and turns and makes it back just a little beyond the line of scrimmage. It'll still be goal to go as Kirby Smart ends up finally powering him down. Tennessee will have the ball, mark it at the 3-yard line. Equidistant between the boundaries in a 9-3 game. Tennessee leads 9-3 over Georgia. And the Volunteers huddle it up 3 yards away from getting perhaps the first touchdown. It would be the first touchdown of the football game. They line it up again with 2 tight ends this time. A power I set right. Henry is the tailback. Bryson is the fullback. Quarterback is Martin. This will be Martin faking, looking to throw, could run, waiting. Here's the pass thrown away into the end zone as he just released a pass to avoid an interception, and the pass goes incomplete. And now Tennessee is faced with 3rd down and goal to go. The intended receiver, I would assume, was Sean Bryson. But good defense by Georgia took away any possible completion, and so Tennessee, which on the strength now has its 3rd and goal at the 3-yard line. This time it's T. Martin. This is Travis Henry as the running back. This is Martin. Faking, looking, pass into the end zone is, give it to him. Touchdown! Cedric Wilson! What a catch. What a catch. As Cedric Wilson stretches out to pull it down one stride inside the far boundary, and Tennessee has the touchdown deal.
That was an excellent catch, no question, but that was a good throw by Martin that time, John. He was on target with it. You got the touchdown.
Tennessee leading 15-3. That's 12. 2 points would make it a 14-point game, and so Tennessee could very well go for 2. And Tennessee does not have enough players out there. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, now 11. As Tennessee will line it up, and the Volunteers have 2 receivers right, 2 left, going for 2 points, leading 15-3. Quarterback is Martin. Martin on the keeper will turn, size. Did he make it? I do not think he did. He was just shy as he comes down half a yard short of Fader. And Hall hits this one high and long, and it will be 9 yards deep, makes that 8 yards deep in the end zone, where it is retrieved by Wansley and downed. And it will be Georgia first down and 10 to go at the 20-yard line. Wide receivers, Tony Spall and Tad Parker. The quarterback is Quincy Carter, who's gone all the way. Single running back, Alandis Gary. As Georgia lines up with small wide to the left, into the boundary right comes Parker on the right side. The pitch will go back here to Gary, who's running through the right side of the line, following behind those 2 big tight ends who had powered to the right side, and he doesn't get anything except a loss of a yard by the penetrating Al Wilson.
Yeah, Big Sean.
be honest, I think it was the defensive end over here. Got upfield and turned everything right back into Wilson, and bang, and nowhere.
So it's going to be second down 11 for Georgia. Carter sends a man in motion from left to right. And this is Carter back to throw on second down. Pass upfield is pulled down by that tight end who went in motion. And that was Wiggins, who makes the catch at the 25, moves to the 30-yard line where he's shoved out of bounds. That should be enough for the first down. Raynoch Thompson makes the tackle on him. But Georgia, which, as we mentioned, uses the tight end time after time. Brown had 10 catches coming into this game, and Wiggins had 9, this time connecting with Wiggins. And it's first down for the Dogs, trailing 15-3 at the 30-yard line. Georgia now in the air, 8 of 17 for 119 yards. Tennessee, 10 of 19 for 95 and 1 touchdown. This will be Carter back to throw off play action. Plenty of time. Long pass downfield is chased down by Tennessee and intercepted at the 20. Pulling the ball down is Alexander back to the 25. Goodrich to the 30, to the 35, up to the 40, and he is knocked down as he gets to the 41-yard line. Outstanding over-the-shoulder interception by Goodrich with a block from Alexander, and he returns the interception all the way to the 41, Bill.
Yeah, Carter just bombed that one down there. He tried to throw it as far and deep as he could. He overthrew the receiver he had down there. Must have overthrown him 15 yards, but that was a great interception and good return.
That's Goodrich with the interception for Tennessee, and for the Volunteers, that will be the 5th interception of the season, the 2nd in this game. Dwayne Goodrich with the interception, and Tennessee leading 15-3 has the ball at the 41-yard line. Travis Stevens is now the single running back as the Volunteers have a wing back set to the left, a couple of tight ends as well, and the pass handoff goes inside to Stevens, and Stevens rips from the 41 to the 43 and is met by Robich, who makes the tackle. Georgia trailing 15-3 with 10:46 to go in the third quarter. Digging in defensively with Stroud, Leroy, Miller, Robich up front, Bailey, Hollingshead, Grant, the linebackers. And once more, Tennessee comes to the line. Back into a straight I formation with flankers left and right. Up under the center, Martin sends the wide receiver right as a man in motion to the near side. Gives the ball off inside, and carrying the ball as he rips over right tackle comes Travis Stevens. Stevens began at the 43 and pounds up just beyond the 47-yard line where Stroud makes the tackle on him. Tennessee needs the Georgia 48.5 for the first. So it'll be third down right at 4 yards to go. Off play action, looking across the middle, pass is complete. Pull down there at the 45, down to the 40, down to the 35, goes stutter stepping Jermaine Copeland. Brilliant catch. He eluded as he skipped past one tackle and ran through an arm tackle as he somersaults down for the first down and 10 to go.
Brought it all the way across from the backside. T. Martin set up in there, had plenty of time to find somebody, and Copeland got open in there between the linebackers, and T. Martin got it to him.
And so Tennessee has moved for the first down to the Georgia 33-yard line, a gain of 20 yards on that play. Once more, Tennessee to the line. Ball on the right hash mark in the I formation. Tight end Diagu is to the left or wide side of the field. Martin sizes up the defense, sends in motion Price, hands the ball off to Stevens through the left side, and this is Stevens breaking a tackle. He's at the 30, he's at the 25, and he drives down to the 20-yard line and a shade beyond, where he's tackled by Jeff Harris. But there was a hole through the left side that gave him the start. But then Travis Stevens, showing great power for 185 pounds, Bill Anderson, picks up a lot on his own.
Yeah, second effort, too. He really put a lot into that. He pulled and fought down through there strong.
12 carries, 59 yards now for the sophomore from Clarksville. Tennessee has it first down, leading 15-3 at the Georgia 20-yard line. Once more, Tennessee with a wing-back set off to the left side. That's Bryson. And this will be a delay handoff, goes to Stevens, trying the right side, gets a little running move through the corner. He's at the 20, he carries to the 15, and on down to the 12, and that time Tennessee goes wide, actually away from the power of the formation. But Bryson, from his wing-back position, was able to move over and make a block at the point of attack. And Tennessee has moved the ball down just to the 12-yard line, where it will be second down, 2 to go for the first down, 12 to go for a touchdown.
They put that wing set in there, and that seems to be giving this Georgia defense a little bit of problem. Of course, they, as you said, that time Bryson went from the wing set all the way back to the weak side and made a key block over there.
Stevens is the tailback. This is Stevens through the left. He breaks the tackle at the 10. He has the ball at the 6. And he is spun down, but not until he lashes it down to the 5-yard line. And at that point, Tennessee will have it first down and goal to go.
Another good hit back, and really not much running room there. John Heath is fired up. He's really running hard with second effort.
Tackle made by Cochran and Grant this time, but now Tennessee, which earlier had the ball first down and goal at the 3 and struggled it in on a third down pass from T. Martin to Cedric Wilson. It will be for Tennessee a little more than 5 to go, leading 15-3 with 7:48 to go in the third quarter. The ball sent Price wide to the right side. To the left comes Wilson. Travis Henry is in there now as the tailback for Tennessee. And this will be Henry trying up the middle. Not much there. He struggles back to the line, and that's it. As converging on him, Dustin Lucky from his left linebacking position, helping out with the middle of the line, including Seymour and Leroy. So Tennessee doesn't do much on first down, and the Volunteers will adjust the configuration as it will be second and goal. Really no gain on the play, about where it was, as Tennessee sees the clock at 7:15. For some reason, it's been stopped, I know not why, with Tennessee leading 15-3. The officials are discussing it, and now the clock has been wound again. So it's down to 7:10 as Tennessee will send 2 receivers to the right, including Copeland as a slot man, and 2 to the left with Price as a slot man. Single running back is Sean Bryson. He is a good pass receiver. This will be Martin on the option. Will keep, will turn, will slide down to about the 2.5 yard line. Bryson, the safety valve to the left. This is Martin. They set up a screen. Comes to Price, who makes the catch. He dives. Give him 6. Touchdown on a brilliantly executed screen to the near side. I don't know where the play came from, Bill Anderson, but it cashed.
They set that up. That's pretty good. They faked it to Price is going back to the weak side. Everybody pretty much went with it, took that fake. Martin just stood up and popped it right out there.
And Fearless Price hurdles in to score his 5th TD of the year. And Tennessee builds the lead to 21-3. That's 18. Now they're going for the extra point with Hall as we wait for the snap. Down it goes. The kick is up. It splits them with 6:06 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break with the score. Tennessee 22, Georgia 3. 59 yards in 9 plays, 6 minutes 25 seconds, and in that drive, Travis Stevens, 5 carries, 34 yards. So Tennessee will be kicking off again, leading now by a score of 22-3 after the extra point is made by Hall. And it will be Bailey and Wansley deep for Georgia. At halftime, the score was 9-3 in Tennessee, in favor of Tennessee, and the Volunteers have built on that lead. There's Hall's kick. It will be corralled at the goal line. 5, up the middle 10. Oh, what a tackle. And that time it was for the Volunteers. Coming through to make the stop was Tennessee's Willie Miles, who is a true freshman, Bill. He was blocked, recovered, and then somersaulted the returner down.
Yeah, good coverage down there, too. That's they fired up right now, and things are going pretty good for Tennessee at this moment.
Georgia actually initiated the scoring drive for Tennessee when Quincy Carter just threw the ball as far as he could throw it, and Tennessee's Dwayne Goodrich intercepted it. And from that point, after the fine return by Goodrich, Tennessee moved to build the lead to 22-3. Lots and lots of time left to go in the football game. Carter up under the center. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Will pitch the ball back here, looking for a block on the near side as Gary turns the corner. He has the ball from the 10 up to the 15 to the 20, and then he is banged out of bounds to the 22-yard line by Deion Grant. Handoff goes instead to Gary, and Gary comes through the left side of the line. He's got a first down as he scampers past the 25 to the 26-yard line, and then will be Carter coming to the near side, makes the pitch here at the last moment. The reception is made by Arnaud, who makes the reception of the pitch at the 25, moves to the 30, to the 35, and he comes up with a first down and 10 to go up the 37-yard line as Grant makes the tackle on him. The threat of the run by Carter set up the play, and Arnaud took the pitch and moves for the first down.
Yeah, they got to take that pitch man away. When the man coverage down there, they had nobody at the corner coming up to make the play, and the pitch man got outside and no problem picked up the first down.
So the clock is counting after the marking of the ball, and Georgia comes to the line. Wide to the left side goes the big play person, that being Bailey. Ball on the right hash mark. This will be Carter off play action, back to throw. Looking, here's the pass upfield. It is complete. Grab at the midfield stripe by Small, immediately bumped by Johnson, but Georgia has moved from the first down. And so this drive, linebacker Al Wilson has left the game because of the injury. Chris Ramjur is there for him. And for Tennessee at a corner now is Andre Lott. As Georgia comes up with two receivers to the left side, a tight end becomes a man in motion from left to right. Tennessee, a lot of men up there. This will be Carter facing a blitz, giving ground. This is Carter throwing the ball away. That had to be a throwaway, as he is sacked, and it is ruled as incomplete as Chris Ramzur comes ripping straight up the middle, and it was he putting on the blitz, and the ball is thrown away, Bill.
Oh, yeah. No flag either, John. There was nobody out there to throw that ball to.
Earlier, Georgia did sustain a penalty for intentional grounding. This time, not so. But Tennessee came always mixing that defense, and Ramjur came open right up the middle. Back to throw. The pass across the middle is pulled down by Bailey on a fine route. Diagonally into the interior. He makes the catch at the Tennessee 45 and is spun down, I think, enough for the first down near the 40 by Andre Lott. Carter sneaking, and he powers past the 40 and picks up the first down. Back to throw, Carter on first down, being pressured. Pass upfield is thrown away, incomplete, as Tennessee really came after him. The intended receiver was Arnaud, but this was Al Wilson coming after him, Bill, to get the pressure off.
He came in a little bit rested, looked like. He really came right up that little kind of a delayed blitz, and nobody picked him up. He was all over Carter.
And so it will be second down. The clock is stopped with the incomplete forward pass. 3:16 to go in the third quarter. Tennessee leads Georgia 22-3. Parker will come on as a wide receiver to replace the tight end Wiggins. And Tennessee continuing to adjust defensively in the middle. Now it will be Fred Weary and Ron Green defending at tackle. Georgia trailing. Second down 10. Into the shotgun goes Quincy Carter. Tennessee feigning the blitz. Here comes Tennessee after Carter. He's being chased down, and he throws the ball upfield. It is incomplete, out of bounds by Derek Edmonds. I had to wait because Edmonds made a great cut to get in front of the intended receiver, Bailey. And possibly we're screened by the Georgia players along the near sideline and had an interception. It's incomplete. Once more, Tennessee coming after Carter.
Yeah, they were all coming to the backside. I think Raynock Thompson was a little bit disappointed. He threw that ball up almost for grabs, and Grant almost had it, John. He just couldn't quite get to it.
So it will be for Georgia third down and 10, trailing 22-3. As the Dogs have the ball at the Tennessee 40-yard line. Tennessee after Quincy Carter. He throws the ball downfield, and it is incomplete. Momentarily, it was grabbed far across the way by Champ Bailey. And then here comes Wayne Goodrich from the backside with a big knock.
A big hit. Champ Bailey's kind of hopping around a little bit. He took a shot. He couldn't hold. He had the ball, but he knocked it loose.
And so it's fourth down at the Tennessee 40. Georgia trails 22-3 with 3:01 to go in the third quarter of the game. And Georgia could very well go for the first down here. On three successive plays, Tennessee has stopped in short. But Georgia is substituting, getting Ronnie Bradley and Arnaud in there as running backs. But to discuss what is a crucial play, even though there's lots and lots of time to go. There's by Bailey throwing a pass downfield. It is intercepted. Tennessee at the 5. Back to the 10. Back to the 15. Getting to the outside and running around a man to the 20. To the 25. Cutting inside. He has the football as he skips out of bounds. He being Augusta, Georgia's Deion Grant. As Georgia goes with the flea flicker, a pitch going back, as we called it for you, to Champ Bailey. He throws it deep into double coverage, and there again, Tennessee with a big interception.
Yeah, that's super defense. They had that thing all the way. John, they had double coverage back there on the only man that Bailey had to throw the ball to. The pressure was coming, and he let it go. Should have eaten it and taken the loss on it, but nevertheless, we threw it down there probably better off with the interception because they had to give the ball up.
Exactly. They picked up about 14 yards, but Tennessee has the ball leading 22-3 as the Volunteers line up, and Travis Stevens, the tailback, it's Martin throwing. It's complete. What a fake as the pass is thrown out here to the tight end, John Finlayson, who makes the catch at the 30 and wanders on up to the 31-yard line. So it is gain on the play of close to 4 yards, but beautiful, beautiful fake. Not easy to easy, I should say, to fake me, but certainly Martin did a beautiful job.
Yeah, good play action in there. And Fiddleston got out there, got himself open, made a nice catch.
He, of course, from Selmer, has a touchdown catch this year from backup quarterback Bernie Veazey. Second down right at 5.5 yards to go. Now into the eye. And this will be Travis Stevens flashing through the right side. Bumps, but fights free. He has the ball to the 35 and struggles out to the 39-yard line. And there is Seymour to make the tackle. He was stopped, Bill, at the 36, and he was able to maneuver on.
Second effort. He's really running hard.
So Tennessee leading 22-3 with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter after the clock is wound following the marking of the first out. Tennessee up by 19, and Tennessee now has at fullback Will Bartholomew. He, a redshirt freshman from Nashville. And the tailback is Travis Stevens, a sophomore from Clarksville. Receivers left and right, ball on the left hash mark against the 5-man front. Martin, play action. Looking across the middle, going deep, all the way downfield. It is up for grabs, and it is incomplete all the way at the 19-yard line of Georgia, as the pass was intended for David Martin. And stride for stride with him was Kirby Smart defending. Pass goes to that man. That's Fearless Price who makes the catch, and he comes struggling and twisting and turning and carrying the defender forward. Close, very, very close to a first down. Jeff Harris was defending Price, but Price makes the catch and just seems somehow to break the equilibrium of the defender, and he sort of carries him forward. I do not believe it'll be a first down, Bill. It may be very close. They're going to measure.
Very close. He just got ducked under the tackler there a little bit and got him up on his back and carried him away.
And so we'll have a measurement right here. Tennessee, as we mentioned earlier, will have an open date. We're going to take 10 seconds for station ID. No, we're not. We're going to wait and get the measurement. We'll do that later. And this will be Travis Stevens. Up the middle he comes. He darts. He dashes. He spins. He drives. He carries to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, down to the 35, down to the 30. Finally, he is wrestled down by a host of defenders, but he would not give up, Bill Anderson.
Good night. He's in there he's even being congratulated for those big linemen, John, for his second effort. Tremendous effort. They're going to give him a little breather here.
And so that's Travis Stevens, the sophomore, who's on a key. Of course, keep in mind that both Stevens and Henry are filling the shoes of Jamal Lewis, one of the premier running backs in all of college football. Now, Stevens has gone over 100 yards in this game. 105 yards for Travis Stevens, as Tennessee now will line up with Travis Henry as the tailback. First down inside the Georgia 30-yard line. Flankers left and right. The flanker on the left, Copeland, is a man in motion to the right side. And this will be a little delay off. Hand off to Henry, skirting the corner. Gets to the corner, turns the corner, battles down to the 25, and is bumped out of bounds just outside the 20-yard line by Glenn Ford. Travis Henry, he stopped, but he gets to the outside, and he's burrowed down with little of any yardage on the play. The play was designed to go off tackle on the right side. It was clogged, and so he tried to veer and circle it. Could not get there as Ford teams up with Robich to make the tackle. And the clock is down inside 20 seconds. And Tennessee could very well see the third quarter come to a close as the clock is started. But Tennessee might just stay in a huddle and say, we're happy with a 19-point lead, as the third quarter is now history. And we'll take a break for your Vol Network station. At the end of three quarters, the score, Tennessee 22, Georgia 3. Motion is Copeland to the wide side of the field, and this will be the handoff going inside. This will be Henry, who is stopped at the line. He twists to the left side, and he turns and burrows and turns and drives it very, very close to a first down. He was stopped, absolutely throttled at the line of scrimmage, and then twists around as he pirouettes and drives down for what may be a measurement again coming. And a Georgia player is injured on the play. Bill, Tennessee defensively, as the official asked for the timeout for the injured player. Defensively, Tennessee is using a lot of people now. Obviously, the offense is in there now, but Tennessee's defense keeping the pressure on with fresh people.
Yeah, I think you made an interesting observation there just as we were changing quarters. It did look like Georgia's defense beginning to tire because Tennessee's moving a lot of key fresh people in there. I think that's what they say. So he played 8 different players in the down line position during the one last series that Tennessee was in there.
The chain is stretched, and it is first down, Tennessee. First out, leading 22-3, and spotted at just outside the 17-yard line. The tailback is Travis Henry in the fourth quarter of the game. This is Martin rolling to the near side, looking to throw, being chased, will pull it down, and will instead skip out of bounds, taking a loss. He's chased by Dustin Lucky. He was looking downfield for Wilson, who had drawn double coverage as he goes into the end zone. And so Martin that time, who has thrown for 2 interceptions, says, I'll run.
He did the right thing. He did the right thing. There's nobody down there. You know, that sprint out coming there with 2 people dragging out in the flat. It just really hadn't been able to, Tennessee hadn't been able to get anybody open on that particular play, John. They've run it several times and haven't yet to make any yardage on it.
A sizable loss on the play, back to the 25-yard line. And so Tennessee's got second down and right at 7 yards to go. Henry is the tailback in the I formation. 2 receivers left, Price to the right side, into the boundary. Martin anticipating the blitz. Here it comes, and Martin is going to elude one man, stays on his feet, scampers back to the line, but his knee drags the ground. As Kirby Smart came with the blitz that we anticipated for you, did a beautiful job getting to Martin, and there was no chance. As Martin gives the ball off, running up the middle, this is Travis Henry, breaks the tackle, stays on his feet, and he rushes down as the flag is thrown to the 21-yard line. Lucky made the tackle on him. It will be for Tennessee 4th down and long, but Georgia could very well accept the penalty because, of course, they want to move Tennessee out of first field goal range. Draw to Henry up the middle, and he had moved it to the 21, which would have been a 39-yard field goal. Could be the receiver. Martin looking, fumbles the football, scramble for it, recovered, I think, by Tennessee. It's Cozy Coleman who pops on the drop. And Marcus Stroud is the man who strips, and now Tennessee has to do a little computation. The ball is at the 37-yard line. And into the football game comes David Leverton. Bill, good decision?
Yes, I think so. I think maybe try to kick it out in the Coffin corner or Poocher one.
So here's Leverton in as Tennessee, which had the ball inside the 20, ends up after some misfortune back at the 36. And so the Vols will have deep Leverton, and Tennessee's just going to take a delay, would be my guess, as the clock is down inside 12:29. What's the difference in punting from the 50 or from the 45? And Leverton is lined up to punt the ball out of bounds to the left side or to cooch it that way. Snap, they come after him. The punt by Leverton is high. It's going to come down this side of the goal line, but then skips back, and Tennessee chases it down, and let's see if it is down. It is ruled down. It is ruled down, I think, at the just outside the goal line, but they're discussing it, and there may be an overrule saying that it will be a touchback. And the ruling is that the man covering it, the momentum carried the ball into the end zone. So, though the ball was originally marked at the 1-foot line, it is now ruled a touchback. Sliding inside to make the grab is Champ Bailey, but he made the grab short of the 20-yard line, though complete. The pass nets minus yardage as Westmorelandville is there to cover.
Yeah. You know, John, I think Leverton really did a super job on that kick down there. I believe that ball, if they hadn't tried to handle it or down it there, I believe it would have died on about the 1-foot line.
Very well could have, but as it is, the ball was carried into the end zone, and so instead it comes out to the 20, where it's just short of the 20 now, second down. Georgia, same formation with Carter out of the shotgun. Pass across the middle is complete. Nice catch made as sliding to the inside to make the catch is Champ Bailey. As he moves just outside the 30 to the 31.5, that'll be enough for a first down, Georgia. 11:24, clock stop for the first down marking. Then it will be restarted as Georgia's Bailey makes the catch, and Tennessee's Goodrich, who earlier has a pass interception, made the stop. And one of the Volunteers is injured on the play, that being the man who made the tackle, Dwayne Goodrich, who is limping to the far sideline, and Gerald Griffin, the junior from Murfreesboro, who has played throughout this game, is back in there defensively. So the Vols in the secondary have Johnson, Grant, Griffin, Edmonds. As to this point, Tennessee's Key Martin is 14 of 24 for 133 and 2 interceptions and 2 touchdowns. And for Georgia, Quincy Carter is now 12 of 28 for 153 yards and 3 intercepted passes. Trailing in the game 22-3. Same formation, 3 wide receivers to the wide side of the field. Carter back, throws the ball inside. Pull down here by Small, who makes the catch at the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, down to the Tennessee 45-yard line, where finally Derek Edmonds makes the tackle on him. This is Carter on an option, carrying it up the middle. Carter keeps on his feet, cuts to the near side to the 40, down to the 35-yard line. He's got a first down, stopping the clock as he goes out of bounds inside the 35. So Carter this time keeps the ball and runs it down the left side, and it will be a first down for the Bulldogs. The score in the game is 22-3 with 10:43 left. Tennessee leads Georgia at Athens, and Georgia is moving. After the punt that dangerously, from the Georgia perspective, almost stopped at the 1-yard line. It was the touchback, came out to the 20. They've been moving ever since with the same set. Into the boundary as a single receiver left will be Bailey. 3 receivers to the right side. Carter back to throw. Tennessee coming after him. With time, the pass downfield is going to be, I think, caught but out of bounds. Where's the ruling? Nobody has signed it yet. It is ruled as incomplete. Champ Bailey made the catch, Bill, but out of bounds.
Yeah, he did. He didn't get pushed. He was out. He went up, made a nice catch on it, but he was out, and official right there on top of it.
As Carter is getting more time here in this particular drive, Tennessee trying to get the pressure on him, but Georgia's offensive line of Stinchcomb, Herndon, Lucky, Jennings, and Terry protecting well. It will be second down, Georgia, inside Tennessee's 35-yard line, as the officials now momentarily stop the clock, and it should be stopped because it was an incomplete pass. Back into the shotgun. Back to throw. This is Carter. Good protection across the middle. Pass is complete. Pulled down by Small, who makes the catch at the Tennessee 20. Moves it on down to the 15-yard line. This will be back to throw. Will be the quarterback, Carter. A flag flies. Carter is bumped to the ground by Tennessee coming from the left side. But as we mentioned, a penalty marker was down as the play got underway. Clock shows 10:08 to go in the football game. Score, Tennessee 22, Georgia 3. Both teams undefeated. Here's the pass across the middle. It is incomplete to a wide-open tight end, Wiggins. Also, Bailey was coming from the other side. I thought that Wiggins was the primary receiver. Also down there, Bailey, but the pass off target. Clock stopped 9:55, and it will be for Georgia, second down upcoming.
And I guarantee you, pressure on him. He had to throw that ball before he wanted to, John. He hung it out there a little bit too far. Pressure broke that play up.
And so Georgia threatening with the ball at the Tennessee 20. It will be second down and 15. Arnott has come on as a running back, and Georgia sends Phillips wide to the right. Starting inside of him is Wiggins. Up under the center this time will be the quarterback, Quincy Carter. And Carter rolls to the right, pitches the ball back to Arnott. Arnott turns the corner to the 20, slices back down to the 15, and is buried as he makes it to the 13-yard line by Tennessee's Raynock Thompson. Keep in mind, Georgia needs the 5 for the first. And so, though there is a gain on the play of close to 7 yards, which we will call it 7 yards, it leaves it still 8 yards shy of the first down.
He cut it back. Looked like that could be a much bigger play. In fact, it might have gone all the way. Raynock Thompson made a big hit on him. And
Georgia uses a timeout. So Georgia has one timeout left. The situation is third down. And right as we said, 8 yards to go. Tennessee leading 22-3. Receives the snap. Back he goes, looking down into the end zone across the middle. Incomplete. Breaking on the ball, Grant. It would have a miraculous interception had he been able to pull it off. He went for Small, who was the intended receiver, and so Georgia now will go for the second time of the game for first down on fourth.
Yeah, they've got to at this point. But pretty good coverage, not pretty good. It was good coverage by the Tennessee secondary down here, and looked like Carter may have just thrown that one away, John. It was way high.
And so here it is, fourth down, 8 yards to go for the first down, 13 yards to go for a touchdown as Tennessee clings to a 22-3 lead at Georgia. Now here's Georgia with 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and Quincy Carter is back to throw with time, comes rolling to the near side, throws the ball down into the end zone. It is incomplete. Tennessee got enough pressure on him to force him to make the pass a bit early. The pressure coming from Corey Terry, not early really, but in a hurried fashion, and it was intended downfield for Bailey, but Goodrich was there returning to the game from the injury to defense.
Champ Bailey was open, though, John. If he'd have been able to make a good throw on that ball, that was touchdown. Bailey had gotten himself open, and like you said, the pressure on him, he had to throw it before he wanted to, but did not make a good throw.
So Tennessee stops Georgia, and the Volunteers go on offense. Lots and lots of time to go in this 19-point game. And the give goes back to Stevens, who cuts upside, stumbles and falls as he makes his cut, and got maybe a yard on the play. Pinning him was Hollingshead. So it will be Tennessee using as much clock as possible, of course. A gain of about a yard, maybe not that much. Make it second down, a good 9 yards to go. Tennessee has used Overstreet, Jackson, Gaines, Golden, Miles, who made a ferocious stop. And I think that's the extent of Tennessee's true freshman who played. Tennessee to the line, wing to the left. On second down, give is going to Stevens, who tries to get to the corner. He gets to the corner, but as he gets there, he's muscled down by Grant. Tennessee moves it from the 14 to the 15. The clock will count inside 8 minutes in this game as Tennessee leads 22-3. And Tennessee deep in its own territory, heading toward a Leverton punt. And Georgia obviously will be coming after it if, in fact, Tennessee is unable to move with the first down. To this point, Tennessee is 6 of 11 in third down tries. Georgia is 2 of 8 in thirds, 0 of 2 in fourth down tries. Tennessee sends 2 receivers to the right side. Stevens is the tailback with a wing to the left. And this will be Martin keeping on the option. Martin to the 10, Martin to the 15, Martin to the 20, Martin to the 25, Martin to the 27-yard line. First down. The running quarterback of the little draw, Bill Anderson, and it's a big, big run by T. Martin.
No doubt about it. That's a killer if you're a Georgia fan right there. They look like they're about to get the ball back, and now they've got a whole series to burn clock, at least.
And Tennessee has counted it down to 7 minutes and 30 seconds. It's a first down on the run of 13 yards by T. Martin, who now in 13 carries has 40 yards. And the balls line it up in the I. Now it becomes a wing, moving to the right side. Now moving back into the straight I will be Tennessee's fullback, Sean Bryson. The pitch goes back to Stevens. Stevens at the corner, slides inside and battles forward for about a yard. And just as he made the pitch, Martin was hit by Brandon Miller and was able to make the pitch. I don't know how. Finally, Hollingshead made the tackle on Stevens.
That play didn't amount to a whole lot. I think Georgia had that one zeroed in.
A gain of a yard, second down and 9. The clock counting down to 6 minutes and 49 seconds. Tennessee 22, Georgia 3. A victory would give Tennessee 5 in a row, and it would be Georgia's first loss. And last year, Tennessee also played Georgia when the Dogs were undefeated and won that ball game. I formation. Martin under the center. Looking at the play clock. Now we'll give the ball off to Stevens, and they know he's going to get the ball, and they are there to make the tackle on him. They being Brandon Miller, who earlier had put the pressure on Martin on the previous play. This is Martin rolling out to the near side. Will keep on the option. This is Martin to the 25 to the 30, and he is shoved out of bounds. That stops the clock, not what he wanted. But nevertheless, he maintains possession, and it will be fourth down for Tennessee. Here's the pressure. Here's the punt. High, high, high. Long, long, long. Bailey goes back to Corral at the 14. Starts to the near side. Being chased to the far. Gets a block at the corner. Has running room as he gets to the corner. Being chased by Tennessee, and he's knocked out of bounds finally after he moves the ball up to the 34-yard line by who else? David Leverton. And back to throw. This will be Quincy Carter. Here comes the pressure on Carter. He puts it out on the near side. Nobody is there. As Tennessee Bill goes back to bringing the linebackers after Carter.
It didn't take them long for him to see what happens when they don't put the pressure on him.
And so Carter just had to flip the ball out into the flat. Nobody near it. Corey Cherry was the man who was coming after him. And so Georgia stops the clock. Already some Georgia fans leaving. And it will be second down. Georgia breaks the huddle. To the near side comes Parker, with him Small, who's had a sensational game. Small 144 yards receiving. Tennessee reacting, back to throw. This is Carter. Across the middle, pass is broken up as it was intended up tight. I'm not sure for whom the pass was intended, probably Small. This is Carter looking across the middle. The pass is incomplete. It was intended for the slanting Bailey. Goodrich was there stride for stride. And it's 4th down and 10 Georgia at its own 34-yard line. And here comes Kopp. And the Georgia fans still don't like it. But to me, that's the play.
Well, yeah, that's the only play unless you're going to just give up right here. And there's still 5 minutes left in the ball game.
And keep in mind that they may have somebody up who will run the ball. Tennessee has Copeland deep along with Parker. High snap, and Kopp will punt it. Drills it very well indeed. Catch made at the 30 and fumbled and recovered by Copeland. As Tennessee comes to the line. Champ Bailey playing virtually every play in this game. He has been out, I assume, a few plays on offense, and he did get shaken up and left, I think, 2 plays on defense. Tennessee with Travis Henry in there now at tailback. First down and 10 at the 32, 4:50 to go in the football game. Henry hoping to break one, gets the handoff, pops up the middle, breaks through a tackle, and goes turning forward as he rams it past the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackled here by Seymour. In the eye, sending a man in motion to the near side to block, but Tennessee runs against that. Now Martin comes to the near side, dumps the pass, pulled out at the 40, to the 45, to the 50. This is Sean Bryson, who roams down to the Georgia 47-yard line, where he's tackled by Grant. Just really, Bill, a safe pass.
Yeah, safe pass and a very good call. I tell you, that really beats the Georgia defense. They lost where the ball went. Good execution on the fake. Then he rolled back against the grain, and they had Bryson right out there wide open.
A gain of 18 yards on the pass as Tennessee picks up its 19th first down of the football game. The Vols lead 22-3 with 3:50 to go in the football game. Following the game, of course, the scoreboard, then I'll be in the locker room to visit with head coach Philip Fulmer. Back to the I formation with Henry the tailback, and this is Henry popping up the middle, and he just lowers his head and crunches forward, gaining maybe 2.5, 3 yards on the play, but the clock keeps running. Georgia has 1 timeout left. Tennessee has all 3 of it timed out. Henry carrying the ball that time. He's been alternated there with Travis Stevens, and Stevens in this game has gone over 100 yards rushing. Keep in mind that Jamal Lewis is not playing. He has had 3 100-yard rushing games this season, so that as a team, Tennessee has had 4 of 5. Toby Champion is in there now as an offensive guard for Tennessee, replacing Mercedes Hamilton. Henry, 12 carries, 29 yards. Stevens, 20 carries, 106 yards. Wide to the left, Cedric Wilson. He has a touchdown catch in the football game, as does Peerless Price. Second down for Tennessee, 8 yards to go. Henry, the tailback. Henry will carry. Henry will cut to the near side. He breaks the tackle. He has the football. He is bagging to the 40. He has it at the 35, and he ends up first down Tennessee at the 32-yard line in the arms of Glenn Ford.
Yeah, he's extra effort. He's still turning away in there, John. And like I say, Georgia's defense getting a little bit tired right now.
Leading 22-3. Gunning for victory number 5. Martin, handoff, right side. Henry loops around as he starts there at the 33 and ends up at the 28-yard line, maybe the 27. Tackling him there is Robich. But Tennessee sees the clock counting down inside 2 minutes. And Bill Anderson stands to look to the adjacent booth, and there is offensive coordinator David Cutcliffe. Anderson is going to say something to him, I think.
He did a good job. That's what I'm going to tell him. He did a good job today.
Tennessee to the line, leading 22-3. Second down, right at 4.5 yards to go. There's Martin watching the play clock. And now he's going to give the ball to Travis Henry, and Henry just lowers his head, and he goes bounding into the middle, fighting for first down yardage. He's going to come up a hair short. It's Aratus Grant, who's played just a superlative game at linebacker for Georgia. The clock shows 1:27. A lot of the Georgia fans still have left. None of the Tennessee fans have left.
They're loving every minute of it.
Tennessee gunning for 8 straight wins over Georgia. Georgia's last win was 1988. And now Tennessee huddling it up. It will be third down, about a yard to go. And the Vols very slowly in the huddle now walking up to the line. 1 minute to go. Tennessee 22, Georgia 3. This is Martin under the center. Henry is the tailback. Henry tries for the first down. He has it. Henry hurdles the right side, and Tennessee has a first down. Stroud makes the tackle, but Tennessee begins to count. And the Volunteer fans may count it down 45 seconds to Anderson as the Volunteers come on the road 4-0, minus the cornerstone of the offense, Jamal Lewis. And Tennessee is now 44 seconds away from 5-0 and a 2-game edge on everybody in the SEC East.
That's the big thing right there, John. They're in great position right now.
Tennessee going into its prevent offense. The snap goes to Martin. He goes to one knee, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will be this game. The Volunteers of Coach Philip Fulmer come to Georgia. And Georgia last week was a magnificent win on the road at LSU, 28-27. But here Tennessee plays solid defense, start to finish, and then at the top of the second half, Tennessee pulls out to lead, and the Volunteers now counting it down. 4, 3, 2, 1.